You ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? Not vacations or big splurges, just everyday expenses like groceries, bills, or coffee. Today, I'll reveal 12 hidden money traps most people fall into, but the wealthy avoid completely. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly how these traps drain your cash and what simple steps you can take to protect and grow your money. Let's start with the classic, new cars. That fresh car smell feels amazing, right? It's shiny, it's new, and for a moment, it feels like freedom. But the harsh truth is that a brand new car loses about 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. Imagine buying a $35,000 car. You instantly lose $7,000. 5 years later, it might only be worth $15,000 to $18,000. Yet, you're still paying a loan over $40,000 with interest. Wealthy people avoid this trap by buying 2 to 4 year old cars and investing the difference. Once you start noticing money evaporating like this, you begin to see how other small choices can quietly drain your finances, such as convenience spending. We all love convenience. Quick coffee, drive-through meals, or snacks on the go. $5 here, $8 there seems harmless, but it adds up quickly. The average American spends $1,500 to $3,600 a year on these small purchases. Wealthy people approach this differently. They make coffee at home, pack lunches, and plan groceries carefully. Saving just $150 a month and investing it at 10% can grow into $30,000 in 10 years and hundreds of thousands over 30. Once you notice how convenience can quietly drain your cash, you start seeing another hidden expense. Subscriptions, streaming services, apps, and niche platforms promising one great show each can add up fast. 4 or 5 subscriptions easily cost $50 to $80 a month, almost $1,000 a year for content barely used. Subscription fatigue is real. You sign up, forget, and the money disappears quietly. Wealthy people are selective. They choose 1 or 2 services at a time, rotate if needed, and track usage. Every dollar saved can be invested. And when you see how subscriptions silently drain funds, it becomes clear that other protective expenses like extended warranties can be just as subtle but costly. Every time you buy electronics, the store asks if you want a 3-year protection plan. Most electronics last far longer, and failures usually happen in the first 90 days, which are already covered. Wealthy people skip these costly warranties and rely on a small emergency fund. That $200 warranty invested at 10% over 20 years could grow to $1,500. Repeat this across multiple purchases and the savings add up. The principle is that insurance is for real disasters, not minor inconveniences. Once you see how small costs like this add up, it's easy to notice the trap of buying cheap now and upgrading later. Buying the cheaper version now seems smart until it breaks or underperforms. Then you replace it, often multiple times, spending more than one quality item would cost. Wealthy people buy the best they can afford and keep it long-term. Durable, well-made items outlast several cheap versions, saving money and frustration. Considering life cycle cost rather than sticker price prevents regret. Once you understand this, it naturally leads into the next trap, chasing every flashy investment hack promising huge returns. Crypto, NFTs, infinite banking complex products promise high returns. Tempting, but complexity often benefits someone else more than you. Wealthy investors stick to fundamentals, low-cost index funds, maxing 401k matches, Roth IRAs, and automated contributions. They avoid hype and constant trading. Compounding does the heavy lifting. Slow, consistent growth outperforms risky gambles. Understanding how flashy investment fads can drain money makes it easier to see the next trap, spending on status and ego purchases. If any of these traps hit home, pause for a moment and write down which ones are silently draining your cash. Even identifying just one and committing to stop can transform your finances faster than you think. Take action now. Cut one small expense today and put that money into savings or investments. And while you're here, hit subscribe so you won't miss future tips that can multiply your wealth. Your future self and your bank account will thank you for starting these small changes right now. Luxury cars, designer clothes, exclusive memberships, they signal wealth, but real wealth doesn't need validation. Rich people buy only what they value and use. Spending $500 to $1,000 a year on status could instead go to investments or paying down debt. Over 20 to 30 years, that money compounds into tens or hundreds of thousands. Status purchases give short-term satisfaction, But real financial freedom comes from deliberate choices. Once ego spending is under control, you can start seeing how small daily wins can build real wealth. Small expenses feel insignificant. A $6 coffee or a $16 lunch, but they add up. $10 a day is $3,650 a year. Invested at 10%, that's over $500,000 in 30 years. Wealthy people treat these tiny victories as critical steps toward financial independence. Every choice compounds, positively or negatively. Once you understand the power of small wins, it becomes easier to notice how lifestyle housing decisions can quietly drain wealth. Many people buy a house thinking it is an investment, but total costs often outweigh gains. Mortgage interest, taxes, insurance, maintenance, HOA fees, renovations, all add up quickly. A $400,000 home could cost $20,000 the first year alone. Renting may cost less and free up money for investing. Wealthy people analyze total ownership cost, not just sticker price. Home ownership should enhance lifestyle, not chase returns. Once you see money leaks in housing, it is clear that complex investment products are another major trap. Whole life insurance, infinite banking, and exotic products complexity hides huge commissions. Someone else profits while you pay. Wealthy investors stick to simplicity, low-cost index funds, target date funds, automated contributions. They ignore market noise and let compounding work. A 1% annual fee on $100,000 can erase nearly 30% of gains over 30 years. Complexity is a trap. Discipline and simplicity multiply wealth. Once complex schemes are avoided, it is easier to see overspending on short-term self-care as another subtle drain. Stress spending feels rewarding, a massage, dinner, or shopping, but the credit card bill follows. Wealthy people budget self-care consciously. A $120 massage fits in a guilt-free category, not debt. Weekly splurges of $100 to $200 add up to $5,000 to $10,000 annually. Invested over decades, that could become hundreds of thousands. Self-care is important, but must align with long-term goals. Thoughtful planning ensures joy today does not sabotage future wealth. Finally, failing to track and stay aware of your money is the last and biggest trap. Failing to track money quietly drains cash. People assume they know where it goes, but leaks happen everywhere. Subscriptions, small purchases, fees, impulse buys, individually small, collectively massive. Wealthy people focus on what moves the needle: investments, savings, fixed costs, and conscious spending. Reviewing statements monthly, identifying areas to cut, and reinvesting consistently multiplies wealth. Awareness and tracking transform habits, ensuring money works for you rather than disappearing unnoticed. Mastering this final trap ties together all the others because every dollar saved compounds and every smart choice builds long-term financial freedom. Here's your challenge. Pick one trap to cut this week. Redirect that money to savings or investments and repeat month after month, year after year. Track your spending, identify leaks, and make intentional choices. Remember, compound interest rewards patience, consistency, and awareness. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You'll get weekly tips, strategies, and insights to grow your wealth smarter, not harder. Start today. Your future self and your bank account will thank you for every small change you make now.